What is up, ladies and gents? This is the Mapped Out Gamer, and today I wanted to launch a series of videos on how to get better at Call of Duty, more specifically looking at map knowledge. Map knowledge really covers a lot of ground. There's so many different perspectives to kind of look at map knowledge, but right off the bat, I wanted to kind of first look at one very simple way to quickly increase that knowledge. No matter what FPS game you are playing, taking cover and utilizing your surroundings is imperative when you're firefighting. And I'm not talking about, hosing down some fires. I'm actually talking about pew 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 type of firefights. Let's play some Call of Duty Black Ops 3. Now, I'm playing Black Ops 3, but you can really apply these cover tips to any FPS game, kind of in a nutshell. Hell, you can even use these when you play paintball or airsoft. So the first tip is an oldie, but a goodie. I call it peeking and popping. Some say leaning and beaming. I've heard it called peekabooing. One guy called it prairie dogging. I'm not sure where that correlation came from, but it's pretty funny. Whatever you do call it, all you got to do is run up to some cover, some waist-high cover, or it could be, a tall object or whatnot. And you want to stand up, pop some shots off, and then crouch back down. Have you ever seen those target practice tests that cops use when the bad guy pops out of a window suddenly and goes away? Maybe he's holding a hostage or something. Well, that's kind of the same technique you want to use. It's the same motion. Quickly pop out of cover, pew, 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 then pop back in. Naturally, you can do this while strafing left and right as well. Remember though, in Call of Duty, you move slower when you ADS. So when you're strafing, you can actually pull off the ADS in order to increase your strafing speed. This really helps to get back into cover if you're being overrun. As you practice this more, it'll just become second nature to kind of check those corners by peeking and popping. It's really just a piece of pie. Speaking of pie, that leads us to our next tip, slicing the pie. This term is actually common in actual gun combat training, like in real life type of stuff. It's extremely effective in CQB scenarios. You simply start 90 degrees from cover location, kind of hug that wall, and then you pew 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 in a circular motion as you come around that corner. Imagine there's a pie on the floor, at that corner point, right at that pivot point on the corner. Work your way around the pie or circle with ADS engaged and scan the area for enemies. This motion actually works extremely well if you're running stock attachment because the stock allows you to ADS and move a lot faster. Next, we got the nade bank. This works preferably with any type of lethal that bounces, so grenades, concussion, any type of those type of lethals. Again, at a 90 degrees to your cover, you'll want to toss a lethal at an obstacle that is opposite of you. This will cause the lethal to bank off of it and allow you to safely launch an attack behind a little blankie of cover. You don't even have to step into the window per se of, the line of sight of the enemy. You can actually safely do it behind cover. Enemies hiding around the corner, say on the other side, or perhaps they're rushing in, they're going to get a face full of nade. Enough said. The last one I want to talk about is called GTFO. I'm sure you kids already know what GTFO stands for, right? Get the freak out. If you're behind cover and the enemy is constantly barraging you with bullets, sometimes pulling up your pants and packing up is the best bet, right? You just got to retreat in this case. What's great though about this retreating type of technique is you have the opportunity to flank your enemy. Since you already know what lane they're shooting from, it's easy to kind of get around them. GTFO works wonders in OBJ matches, since playing the OBJ is not just about slaying and praying that your other mates score the points. Next time you feel like you're getting pinned down, go ahead and retreat and go ahead and take that flanking route. So different cover techniques will suit different playstyles. It'll be up to you, of course, to choose how and when you want to use these cover techniques. I'm honestly not an esports player. I'm not a competitive guy or anything like that. I've just kind of found these techniques to be useful for my type of game style. Let me know if you guys have any other cover techniques you like to use in the comments below. If you enjoyed my content, I would highly appreciate a thumbs up. Or hey, why not subscribe to stay up to date on my latest videos? You can also catch me on Twitter at Mapped Out Gamer. Peace.